Hello everyone, it's me again. I'm here with another video. This will be about Pyro from Transformers Prime. Yes. It will be more about what if he was still alive by the time of Transformers Prime. Now, I say this because Pyro in the Transformers Prime universe actually died. And his fate was left up in the air. You never really know how he died. So, it can lead to a lot of speculation as to how he died. I personally think he was killed during a mission at the Insecticon Hive that led to his death at the hands of Hardshell. That's how I believe it. It's from that video of What If Elita 1 was in Transformers Prime at TF Motion Stories and Studios. And Leonard Newman, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments down below if you remember that. But what if he was still alive by the time of Transformers Prime, or what if he survived? Good question. Let's figure that out, shall we? So, his death would not have happened. Now, when it came to his introduction, I had a hard time thinking, but I think maybe the episode Predatory would have happened. Yeah, I think Predatory may have been his debut episode, as he would have been the one following Arachnid Earth. And I do think he would have met RC and Jack. I do think so, and would have helped them face off against the Arachnid. Who knows? I think Arachnid would have escaped, though. She just would. It's Arachnid. You can't kill her that easily. Now to the aftermath. Could Pyro have joined Team Prime? Yes, he could have joined Team Prime. He actually could have. And he also could have met Jack and Miko and Raph. And he also could have reunited with Bulkhead. Maybe Wheeljack would have came to Earth and reunited with him as well. But given what happened in Season 1, it would not have happened that easily in Season 1. So, I'm going to be brutally honest and say everything in Season 1 would have remained the same. Nothing really changes in Season 1. Yeah, nothing really changes in Season 1. The first half of Season 2 wouldn't really change much. I'm pretty sure a good amount of Season 2 would have changed. Well, it'd probably be mostly the same, but not really a lot would change. But, whereas with the episode Loose Cannons, not only would this be the episode where Wheeljack returns still, it'd also be the episode where Sea Spray is still introduced, but unlike King Cannon, where he is killed off, Sea Spray would still be alive, and would be former partners with Pyro, because fire and water are like opposite elements, you know. But who would have been the wrecker that Dreadwing killed instead? I would say Rotor Storm. And Sea Spray ship, I think, would have crashed somewhere onto the docks when he was attacked by Dreadwing, but ultimately would have survived. And the mention of Sea Spray and Pyro as deceased wreckers would be replaced with wreckers like, I'd say, Broadside and maybe someone like Sandstorm or even Springer. Not sure, but Broadside could see one of them being Broadside. Definitely. As well as Sandstorm, since Sandstorm was scrapped from Transformers Prime and had the show continued, he and Dreadwing would have been members of the Starseekers before Dreadwing became a member of the Decepticons. This is more of an early development kind of thing, but still. But season 2 wouldn't have really changed very much, other than Wheeljack likely would have become a permanent member of the team, thanks to Bulkhead and Pyro as parts of the team. Heck, even Sea Spray would be a new part of the team. But in the episode Toxicity, I think Pyro would have gone with Bulkhead to the volcanic island. Same thing with Sea Spray and Wheeljack, and I think instead of Bulkhead being shot by Hardshell, that probably would have been Pyro instead. Or maybe even Sea Spray, I don't know. And then the episode her would go on mostly the same, but Bulkhead's not left in a condition where he's on the brink of death. He'd be okay. He and Wheeljack and Miko would face Hardshell. And either Sea Spray or Pyro, depending on who gets shot. But pretty much a good amount of season 2 wouldn't have changed. Not a single bit whatsoever. However, this is where we go to season 3. Ultra Magnus still would have arrived, but he might have brought at least one more wrecker, who I could possibly have seen being Warpath, maybe even Cup. But this causes the Wreckers to be a fully reunited team. It causes the Wreckers to be full once again for the first time in eons. But all in all, season 3 wouldn't have changed. Nor would Beast Hunters, except I think maybe Cup or Warpath would have died. Yeah, I think Cup or Warpath would have died during Predacons Rising. Not sure. Maybe Pyro as well. Or Sea Spray. Because I think Sea Spray and Pyro would have to be partners. And so Sea Spray dying can mirror Cliffjumper's death in the first episode of Transformers Prime. It all would have came full circle. But ultimately Pyro would have survived, while Sea Spray sacrificed himself, and Cup would also die. Yeah, the surviving wreckers of Predacons Rising would be Bulkhead, Magnus, Wheeljack, Warpath, and Pyro. So that's what if Pyro was still alive in Transformers Prime, or what if Pyro survived. Now, I plan on covering Impactor and Rotor Storm soon. I'm already getting Impactor figured out, but I'm having a hard time thinking about when to introduce Impactor into the Transformers Prime timeline. Rotor Storm's also going to take a while, but just let me know in the comments down below as to how I should introduce Pyro and Rotor Storm into the TFP timeline for their survivals. Let me know in the comments down below, Leonard Newman, if you're watching this. Anyways, I will see you all later.